Hello everyone, selamat malam, good evening to all PMI friends wherever you're joining this session from. Welcome to PRANKS, Project Management Knowledge Sharing by PMI Indonesia chapter. Tonight we have reached our episode 99 for our PRANKS, and for this special number we also have special guest here, Dr. Denny Chung, with special topic also, with the title is Your Project Manager Future Ready. So in this session, he will make us contemplate, especially for me, it makes me to rethink if I'm future ready or not. So now, before we invite him to the stage, please allow me to read his overall biography. Okay, Dr. Denny Chung, PMR Region Advisor for Region 9, Northeast Asia. Dr. Denny Chung is an accomplished executive who held senior global leadership roles at esteemed organizations, including Chubb, AIG, Cathay Pacific, and Sun Life, operating across Asia, EMEA, and North America. Dr. Chung's expertise lies in global strategy, IT value rejuvenation, large-scale business transformation, and M&A strategies. He has consistently demonstrated his ability to revitalize IT services, drive organizational change, and execute successful M&A transactions. He was the former global head of IT operation of Chubb Life with global responsibility. He started serving in PMI since 2000 in the Southern Ontario chapter, now called the Toronto chapter, Canada. His first volunteer job was teaching PMP examination preparation on the weekends. He has served in different leadership roles in different chapters and countries. And now he relocated to Hong Kong decades ago because of an M&A project. And now he's living in Hong Kong with his family and is now serving as a PMI region advisor for Region 9 Northeast Asia. So now, everyone, please welcome Dr. Denny Chung to the stage. Hello, good evening, Mr. Denny.
Good evening. Good evening,
Hi.
Malaysia.
How are you?
Very good to thank you for inviting me to share this interesting topic, future ready.
Yes.
I'm not
It's
sure
actually my
whether
pleasure as well to guide you here as your moderator in this session. So thank you very much for joining the session among your very tight schedule, I believe.
Okay. Then let me if I may start sharing my slide.
Before that, let me share some or remind to our participant here some ground rules
Yes,
for our
please.
session. All participants will be on mute and videos will be turned off. And if you have any question, just submit it in the chat box anytime. You can submit in the chat box. Number 3, the session will be recorded. E-certificate will be distributed to all participants who join the session. And for PMI Indonesia chapter members, your PDU will auto-submitted and we will inform you in the email, right? The recording for this session will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, so please stay tuned on our social media. And finally, happy learning, and don't forget to give us feedback. One more thing, I also would like to remind you that we will have offline session for our pranks episode 100. So in this special episode, we will meet face-to-face. We will meet offline. So please stay tuned on our social media to get more information about this. Okay. Without any further ado, I hand over this session to you, Mr. Denny, and all participants. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give big applause to Mr. Denny Chung.
Thank you, thank you. I know this is in the morning, but I would like to say Selamat pagi to all my friends in Indonesia. This is my privilege to have accepted invitation from PMI Indonesia chapter. As you may see, that is from my bio, the three companies that I work with, Sun Life, AIG, and Chubb Life. They have an office in Indonesia. Do we have any participant from these three companies? If yes, okay, drop me a note, okay? Share in the chat box. My last visit to Jakarta was before my retirement in 2023. Then that was about the acquisition of Cigna Life in 6 markets in Asia Pacific, which is one of the topics that I will share with you all. Okay, so let me share the slide and then we can start. Okay, can you see my screen in the presentation
Yes,
mode?
Danny. Please slideshow.
Yes, Pak. You can see your.
Okay, good.
But not full screen, Danny. Can you?
Okay. Wait. I'm going to show the presentation mode. Wait. Hey. Wait. Oh. Share. That's that. Can you see my screen in presentation mode?
Not in presentation mode still.
Now?
Yeah, still same.
Udah.
Udah ya.
Okay. Let me see. Then I may need. Pardon me. Okay. Then I may need some help in this. One minute with me. Okay. Can you see my screen? Thank you. Very good. Presentation mode. If not, I can try to maximize it for you guys. Or you want to use my PDF?
Oh wait, it's still loading, I think. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for your help. Yeah, you can close anything and everything. Let's give one more minute and then we will. So in the future, we don't need PowerPoint. In the future, we can synchronize with our lens. Okay. All right. Then let me, okay. This is what I will do, okay. I will try to maximize it, make it easier for you all. Can you
Yes,
see?
yeah. I think we can start this way.
Okay, yeah. This is not important. This is this is not important. You guys can always connect me. Today, once again, thanks PMI Indonesia chapter for the invitation, and my apologies for the inconvenience in the presentation mode. But bear with us, and you will have a copy of this deck, and also this meeting is also recorded, which you can replay. So what we will do is in the next 60 minutes, we will talk about future. And also we will talk about the future skills. And then of course, we will prepare something to take home, okay? Before we start, okay, I see that is we have over 140 people in this room, okay? So how many of you are member of our PMI Indonesia chapter? Do you know that you are part of the 1.6 million community? Do you know you are one of the 300 chapters globally? PMI is the largest professional association in project management. We have 300 chapters around the globe, and also with a 1.6 million credential holder and 700,000 plus PMI members. Then you are part of this global community. So I start serving in Southern Ontario chapter, that is at Toronto, where I start my family and living before moving to Hong Kong in 2004. Then I live in different countries and also serve in the different PMI chapter. So I would like to invite you to serve and join PMI Indonesia chapter. And also to the other, if you work in other countries, you can also join the PMI chapter. Could be in US, could be in Europe, could be in Asia, okay? This is the distribution of PMI in a different location, which you can see is in Asia Pacific. That is still, we have a lot of room to grow. Then actually this is also is the growth engine. If you follow me on my LinkedIn, you will notice there is a series of LinkedIn posts called Grow Together. The youngest chapter in Asia Pacific is Tasmania in Australia. The second youngest is Vietnam, and formed last year. Then I look forward of inviting you and welcoming you in the global community. This is about Asia Pacific. In Asia Pacific, we have 3 regions: Region 9, Region 10, and Region 15. Altogether, we have 14 countries in these 3 regions. And then, of course, Indonesia is part of Asia Pacific. Then in Region 9, I have 5 chapters. Then in these 5 chapters, they are very unique, okay? I have Japan, the biggest chapter in Asia, and also the 3rd largest globally. I have a Hong Kong chapter, which is where I'm based in Hong Kong right now. I also have a Mongolia chapter, which is the youngest in the Region 9, celebrating 10th anniversary. And I also have Taiwan. Taiwan celebrating 25th anniversary this year. Then last but not least is South Korea. South Korea also is a part of Region 9. And we have a different cultural characteristic and something in common. That is English is not our mother tongue. And then whenever we had a meeting, we had a very joyful meeting because we will speak slowly and also we will respect each other in terms of the language and also the culture. Then also in the Region 9, that is in the Northeast Asia. We reach out to Indonesia, and also we reach out to different chapter in Region 10 as well. So in Region 9, you are not just residing in one chapter. You are part of the global community. You can reach out, I want to attend a conference in Singapore, or I want to attend a conference in Hong Kong. Okay, then you can just drop me a note, okay, after you connect me on LinkedIn. You may have heard about that is the high demand of a project management professional by 2030. Every year, we need 2 million annual job opening, which require professional project management skills. That is a part of us in growing the community. Every year, we have a newcomer joining the project management professional community. That is because project management is getting important and important. Throughout the outlook in the different years, in different industry, this is the report that you can download from the PMI website. And then that is where you can see of all the high demand of a project management professional. Okay, then let's take a look of future. Okay, this is the definition of a future by Oxford Dictionary. This is about a time or a period of time, okay, or something that is happening later, okay. So by the dictionary, it is about time, okay. By dictionary, it is about time. But now I would like to take a 1 to 2 minutes asking all of you, okay? Asking all of you 179 people in this room, 179. What is your view of future? Okay, you can type it in the chat box, okay? Future means what to you? Okay, you may type now. What does a future mean to you? Okay, future means time, or future means happy, excitement. Type something, okay? Yeah. Let me see the chat. Opportunity, thank you, okay? Challenge, mystery, living, better work system, okay? Better life, love it. Fred, yes, totally agree with you. Unpredictable, okay. You must have a CCTV on my slide. Okay, all right. Innovation, hope, vision, mystery, yes. Do the best. Okay, all right. Okay, let's stop here, okay? And yeah, I wish I could have a copy of this chat box, okay, if possible. Let's look at interpretation of a future. Interpretation of future by dictionary or by the layman interpretation is about time. It's about time, right? I'm having a watch with me. Okay, this is because of the, yeah, this is my watch, okay. Also, this could be something uncertain, unpredictable. For example, if you are flying into Hong Kong to visit Disney, okay, there could be something flight delay because of the Microsoft system outage. That is unpredictable. There could be a very hot climate temperature in Hong Kong. Today is 35, but inside the office, which is feel like it's 36 or 37, even with the air conditioning turned on. Uncertainty, unpredictable, okay? Anticipating, okay? Anticipating, I can share with you. I mentioned I retired last year, 2023. And I'm anticipating a very happy retirement. Happy retirement means what? Good morning, honey. Where do you want to go for breakfast? Hotel A, Hotel B, okay? But in reality, in the first 2 weeks of the first 2 months, yes, my wife will go out with me for a happy breakfast. But after 2 weeks, after 2 months, my wife will say, okay, go to Starbucks by yourself. Okay, go to McDonald's by yourself. And enjoy your nasi goreng. Don't bother me. Don't wake me up. Okay. Anticipating. Anticipating is a part of the human interpretation of a future. Innovation, like some of you mentioned in the chat box. Innovation. In the old days, when we talk about future, okay, something that is we do not have any idea, we have no clue. That could be something related to our work, something related to our daily living, something related to our education, okay. From my LinkedIn profile, you will notice that is my first degree is a computer science, second degree is an MBA, and then a PhD. Try to explain to your grandma 40 years ago what is computer science. Try to explain to your grandma how to use a microwave 40 years ago. But today, a 4 years old or 2 years old kid or children can operate a microwave. But 40 years ago, wow, microwave. 40 years ago, learning how to program, and you need to explain to your grandma, hey, mom, grandma, I'm studying computer science in the university. What is it? Hope, like some of you mentioned, that is something that we are expecting. And of course, something we are expecting, something that which is unusual or not frequently happen than we wish to happen. This is the interpretation of a future that is related to our daily life, work, education, and also the family. Then we will look into how we together in this evening, I share my work experience with you all, and then you can equip yourself for a better future, better tomorrow. Okay, this is the future product. Okay. But this is the 80s edition. Okay. On the top left, okay, what is this? Sorry, I wish I could fly in to have a face-to-face meeting with you all. Okay, on the top left, that is a IBM personal computer, IBM PC, okay? And at that time, if I use my first job salary, and that is 9 months salary of my first job as a programmer, as a COBOL programmer. Okay, that is a personal computer. And then to the next one, to the right, that is a Motorola mobile phone. Okay, this is also called the brick phone. It's heavy like a brick. Then next to it is the VHS recorder. And then at that time, if you want to watch a movie, they don't have Netflix, okay? And you need to rent the VHS tape from the VHS shop, and then you can watch the movie at home. I start my family in Toronto, in Canada. BlackBerry. There is a movie called BlackBerry as well, by the way. BlackBerry is the handheld device with before Nokia or before Android phone or iPhone. Okay, BlackBerry is the one of the handheld device that you can use texting and also the email. If you want to know more about this toy, you can watch the movie called BlackBerry. At the bottom row, from the left, you will see this is a floppy diskette. Okay, if you want to see what is a floppy diskette, you may need to go to the museum today because you cannot buy it from the computer store anymore. But the floppy diskette at that time, which is like a 216K kilobyte, not talking about the T, 1T or 2T. Okay, it's talking about kilobyte. That is the storage capacity. They can store the application, like the word processing application, before Microsoft Office is released or developed. And then next to it is called Palm Pilot. Palm Pilot is the handheld organizer, which is before your iPhone or Google Calendar is launched. Sony Walkman, okay? Sony Walkman is before you have the Spotify on your iPhone, okay? We use Sony Walkman. Beeper, paging machine, okay? Still using in today's hospital for simple signal transmission, okay? Dr. Smith, please go to the surgery room, the surgery theater. And also the landline phone, okay? Not sure how many of you still have a landline. I have not used a landline phone for over 30 years. Even before I moved to Hong Kong, I stopped using a landline phone after we used the cellular, the mobile phone. All of this is a future product in the 70s. In the 70s, no one think about using the Walkman for a mobile music enjoyment. No one think about using the texting machine or the beeper. Likewise, is today, if someone or 10 years from now is if someone tell you, hey, I'm going to start a business, but I will not about sharing the car, okay, and to drive the customer from one place to another, but I'm not going to operate like a cab company. I'm referring to Uber or Grab in Indonesia. Then 10, 15 years ago, the parents, the grandma may say, hey, you are out of your mind. Yeah, you must buy 100 cab in order to run a transportation company. But with the concept of Grab, Uber, the shared economy, this is something that doesn't exist. This is something that we human create the future. Okay. Then this is about the real future that we are looking forward. This information is collectively from a different source of, including the magazine and also the university research. Number one, of course, is the EV. Okay, yes, we have Tesla from US. We also have a BYD from China, and also different brand name from different manufacturer. EV is one of the area that we have, but the EV is not just focused on the vehicle. With the EV, that is related to the clean and reusable energy. Something that is, we are trying to protect the planet, protect the reservation of the energy. So that is the reason why we have a EV. We could have a EB or e-motorbike as well. That is in terms of the mobility, something it would become based on the clean and reusable energy. Then space living, space exploration. Right now, we have just on the technology, how to transmit, how to reach to the destination by different kinds of energy. But in parallel, we are also living on the future. That is the other planet going to be livable by human? Livable by human in a sense that is remain in a social life like the on Earth today. Not just sending you to Mars, okay? Sending you to Mars as a prisoner. No, that is something that are living in a human life. We try human food. We try to bring a different sample or species with the spaceship. That is something that we are exploring. Of course, in terms of AI, everyone knows AI, and then I'm not going to deep dive in here, but the AI started working in influencing our daily life already. AI assists you in doing your job. I repeat, assisting you to do your job, not replacing you, okay? This is my statement today, okay? Tomorrow or 3 years later, there will be another statement. But today, AI is assisting us in preparing and doing our job. We are still owning our little tiny brain, okay? But the AI helps us a lot from the draft of a contract, from the draft of some of the creation of the art or graphics or movie. Yeah. Some of the creation by AI, which is relatively mature, that we can see in the social and the commercial world already. Then how could we, the human, live with this technology? Okay. Then next is robotic co-living. Okay. Some of us are using lots of gadget, no matter it's a small gadget or a big robotic appliances at home. Car wash or vacuum cleaner. All of these are getting bigger and bigger, more convenient to us. Then to us is, are you ready to live with a robot in your house? Okay. In dishwashing, it doesn't need a dishwasher anymore. Car wash, you don't need to go to the car wash station anymore. It could be just by one generic robot. So that robot, I don't use the word he or she, okay? That robot could do the dishwashing and car wash, okay? Then biotech re-engineering. Because of we have more time by adopting the right technology in the right way, then we have more time, then we re-engineer on the biotech. On the biotech to help the senior, like Mr. Danny, old man, okay? We use a biotech, we re-engineer. How could we prolong? How could we reduce the disease? How could we invent a new medicine for the aging problem? Or to help the people to get a better life and a longer life. Okay. So this is some of the example that we are looking forward to see, to realize in this generation and also in the next generation. Accept my invitation tonight before you go to bed, okay? When you do the bedtime story with your children or have a private chat with your spouse, okay? Ask her, hey, honey, hi kids, What is your view of a future? What do you want to see in future? Okay. Okay, to us in the business world, VUCA is one of the common term. Okay, VUCA stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. So all of you may have seen this on lots of the management report and also the HBR magazine or the business magazine. So what does it mean to you? All of these are related to our daily life, especially from the commercial side. So this is a simple explanation of VUCA. Okay, volatility, which is related to the impact of a change. How big is the change? How volatile is it? Okay, big or small? Okay. Uncertainty, that is something is difficult to predict. Yes. It's always changing. Okay. Yeah. Then complexity. Complexity is not as simple as 1 + 1 = 2. Okay. That could be include some sophisticated formula or many variables which are beyond your control as a project manager. Okay. Ambiguity. You as a project manager, are you communicating clearly about the project scope, about the timeline, about the funding, about the roles and responsibility? And also likewise, on the other side, let's flip the coin to the other side, is that when we look at the requirement from your board of directors, from your COO, okay, about enhancing the customer experience or building a digital customer journey. All these say, what does it mean in reality? How we are going to prescribe it, how we are going to articulate this. This is something that we face VUCA every day as a project manager, at work, at home, in our personal life, in our study, in our communication. So then how could we live without VUCA? I'm going to share some of the experience with you. Sun Life, okay? Sun Life Financial. I worked in Sun Life Canada before, and then they sent me to Hong Kong for the acquisition of a pension company in 2004. Since then, I managed the M&A in Asia and also look after the joint venture with China and also with India, the big corporation. I also set up the shared services in Philippines, including the IT shared services and also business process shared services. So the challenge that I face is Sun Life is a Canadian company looking after the wealth management insurance company. And they want to enter Hong Kong for the pension business. So all of these, nothing is secret, just an experience sharing, because all of this information you can find on the internet, on the Sun Life annual report. If any colleagues from Sun Life Indonesia, feel free to connect me on LinkedIn, and then we can have a reunion. Okay, Sun Life Financial, a Canadian company buying an Australia company, pension company in Hong Kong. Hong Kong at that time is a part of China. So you can imagine that is the complexity of this M&A. I need to work with people from four jurisdictions. I need to work with the senior leaders, including regulator in Hong Kong, and also China, and also Canada, and also Australia. I need to ensure this acquisition is for the benefit of the economy. There is no impact to the economy. We, Sun Life, will provide better service to the pension economy. We also need to secure the confidence from the existing policy holder. We do not want to see after we complete the acquisition and then many customers left the pension company, switch to another company. We do not want to see this. So you can see this is the complexity. And in terms of the ambiguity, in one of the, in terms of a joint venture, because one of my area that I look after is to set up the joint venture. Then in the joint venture, that is when we look into how we are going to manage the business. Because in China, they love to have a Canadian company, Canadian product sell in China. Likewise for India as well. But what does a Canadian product mean to the local community? How we could clearly communicate that is hey, we, the Canadian company, we carry the best product in the market, and then I want to introduce to your customer. Then this is the ambiguity. Then another challenge is a common in the due diligence. In the due diligence, you can assess that is what is inside the shop, whether it worth that X amount of money. But after the acquisition, after the integration, there are many variables. The sales force may change, customer may change, the product line may change. Then we as a project manager, when we look into this, okay, at that time, we were very happy because this is a 500 million Canadian dollars acquisition. Oh, we are going to have a new future in Hong Kong because we have a new business, pension business. But the loss of the variables is a new future for us. Then what we need to do is we need to stabilize as much as possible. And at that time, we have a multiple project running in parallel. The joint venture with China, the joint venture with India, and also the acquisition of a pension business. So the stabilization of a standard PMO, the best PM practice, all of these will help you to control the risk. When you are dealing with a multiple thing, you need to have a basic ruler, basic tool, pen and paper and a ruler. Okay, you will apply the same standard to measure all of this and also to guide the execution, to guide the planning. So of course, at that time in 2005, that is before the Agile Project Management officially introduced by PMI. But we also need to keep our eyes on the variables that we identify. In the past of 2 to 5 minutes, I mentioned many variables. That is something that you need to write them down. And then you need a constant monitoring of all of these variables. The objective is to ensure the impact is low, the impact is low to the project. Then lessons learned from me, okay? Yes, joint venture is different from M&A. All of these is future. We marry together, but who knows? We do not know whether it is happily ever after. No one knows. No one knows about a crystal ball, right? Likewise, M&A as well. So this is the challenge from future, something that you guys mentioned, okay? Unpredictable, complexity, and also not clear, okay? Then you need to stabilize yourself, okay? This is one of the experience shared. Next one, AIG, okay? Then on AIG, many of you, do we have any AIG colleagues in here? If yes, also connect me on LinkedIn, okay? And then we can have a happy reunion on LinkedIn. AIG at that time, financial tsunami, okay? That is not a, this is a well-known project. It's a global project, 180 billion US dollar. So after the federal government give us a helping hand on that day, I thought I would become a federal public servant, part of the government servant. But luckily, I remained serving AIG and then helped to do the transformation. At that time, some of you may aware is we make a big loss in some of the financial because of the financial tsunami, and then we have a big loss reported, and then federal government help us and borrow 180 billion, not million, billion US dollar to us, and then we keep, and then we start the transformation. The transformation including selling many of our assets, subsidiaries, companies, okay? And at that time, I was looking after the Asia divestiture. In the Asia divestiture, that is, we need to sell, for example, AIA. We sold AIA in different countries. And then in Hong Kong, they went listed, become a public listed company in Hong Kong. And also, we sold some of the personal line business to Taiwan insurance company. At that time, we only have two missions. Everything is possible. Anything you want to buy, we are open to sell, okay? You can buy different product line or a line of business. And we, secondly, is that we want to make it as quick as possible to repay the federal government because of the high interest, okay? We need to pay back to the federal government. Sell as quick as possible. Sell whatever is sellable. So this is something that we learn. Then as a project manager, what did I learn from this divestiture? Well, number one is on this data and system separation. I shared that is the buying company, they may only interest in a line of business 1 and 2 only. They are not interested in 3 and 4. Then when we sell this to them, okay, how we could cut the data, cut the customer data from business line 1 and business line 2, and not included business line 3 and 4. This is one of the challenge. That is on the technology side. Then in terms of the another variables, that is on the regulatory approval. That is a selling of our business that we need to get the approval from different regulator in different markets. Then at that time, because this is a global incident, financial tsunami, all the bank regulator, insurance regulator, they are very sensitive and cautious. they have a no appetite. They have a no appetite to approve or accelerate the approval of the divestiture. They will deep dive to the lowest level, as low as possible. Then that is the different way of our direction, because we want to sell as much as possible. We want to sell as quick as possible. But the regulator will say, hey, are you selling the lemon? Are you selling the lemon to my local community? They need to look into, they open the hook, and then they look into. Then of course, we are not selling lemon. We are not, okay? AIG is a very, very strong and a good company. Then just a matter of, we cannot predict, oh, the regulator will approve in 3 weeks. We cannot predict this. I cannot predict this. The legal team cannot predict this. The Big Four consulting firm, the external consultant cannot predict this. Okay, that is something that we need to look into. And of course, at that time, many variables also affecting us in the future. Hey, will the AIG exist in the future? Hey, what is the new business of AIG after the transformation? Hey, when the buying company acquire the product line or the business line from AIG, how would it impact this? All these are the future question mark to AIG and also to the buying company. Then what we need to do is we need to articulate. Number one, we are not selling lemon. We are not selling lemon, okay? And also number two is all of these are properly assessed and properly approved by the respective regulator. So that means it is not a private deal, okay, between me and Mr. Sampson. Okay, no, it is not. All of these are with follow the proper way. So this is the area, the way that I learned from the AIG. Okay, Cigna. Do we have any Cigna Life Indonesia or Chubb Life Indonesia colleagues here? If yes, again, okay, text me. Okay, I know some of them are here. Okay, because they text me already. They said, hey, Danny, good to see you again. I said, yes, likewise, good to see you again. But I cannot see you in person in Jakarta. Chubb Life spent $5 billion US dollar to buy a Cigna Life 6 market in Asia. Okay, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Indonesia, Thailand, New Zealand, and South Korea. Then the challenge of this future is the integration of a highly decentralized and also with highly centralized. When centralized meets decentralized, then that is something we need to look into. We do not have many time because many of you are the experienced M&A project manager. You know that is we always have a limited time and a limited resources, including money, to complete the integration. Then should I go to continue with my highly decentralized, or should I take this opportunity to put everything from decentralized to centralized? The answer is hybrid. Okay. Chubb Life, we do have a regional data center in Singapore, but not all of the countries are residing or sitting in Singapore, the data center infrastructure. Whereas Cigna has all the data center sitting in Hong Kong as a regional data center. Then what I did is I take the advantage of both sides. That is now I have 2 regional data center. I make it available to all the CIO from Signal Life and Chubb Life. Either you could sit in Hong Kong or Singapore. The objective is to ensure that is on the alignment of all the data center infrastructure standard. And also some of the area, some of the country that they do not have a regulatory approval. The local regulator said this everything must stay in country. Okay, for example, like Thailand, Vietnam, and Taiwan. Okay, they cannot move to Singapore, they cannot move to Hong Kong. Okay, then what we did is we discussed with the local CIO and also with the local regulator. Yes, we are not going to move out of the country, but we will standardize them to consolidate them in one of our IDC partner. The objective is to ensure easy for my data center team, the infrastructure team, to manage and support all the services, regardless it's a Chubb Life or Signal Life, in altogether 7 market in Asia. For Signal Life and Chubb Life integration, the future to us is we are going to way bigger after the integration. Are you ready to become a bigger? Do you have the operating model? Do you have the capacity? Did you do the resources demand and supply? After the integration, some of the resources may not be required because some of them are consolidated. Some of the function are shared between Signal and Chubb. Then how you are going to manage the demand and supply? This is one of the area that we look into. Okay. Then from this free project, how could we de-VUCA? Okay, many of us conduct due diligence before, okay? But one of the advice is if you want to de-VUCA, the due diligence itself, okay, need to be deep enough and wide enough. Because in many occasions, the due diligence, for example, by the external consulting firm or by the legal team is a relatively vertical, but not deep enough. Vertical, but not deep enough. If you want to de-VUCA, we need to deep enough and wide enough on the due diligence, okay? Agile integration plan. In all the future, we have many uncertainty, unpredictable, right? But you know them, you know they are the variables. Then you just need to make yourself agile enough to respond, agile enough to plan and respond, okay? You cannot just use the predictive waterfall project plan, the Gantt chart. You cannot. In today, you need to use an agile integration plan. Communication, okay? I will discuss about the agile project management later this evening. But in terms of a communication, especially if you are running a regional project, a regional M&A or integration or regional CRM or ERP, okay? How could you ensure the right message is delivered in the right time and the right media? Okay, you cannot just say, "Hey, I text you last night already." Okay, but I was in a movie with my wife or my kids. Okay, and then in the texting you may not have the detail. Then number 4 is on the data analytic. In terms of a data analytic, that is you need to know what data is available to you. What data is available versus what data you need. Okay. Yes, when you are buying a company, they have 7,000 agents. Oh, 7,000 agents. That is a lot. Okay. But are they all productive? What is the premium? What is the policy number? How active are these 7,000 agents? Okay. You need to, when you do the data analytic, you need to look into what is available and what do you need, and then you connect two together. Agile and collaborative culture, okay? Because especially the 3 project that I mentioned, I shared earlier, is about M&A. In M&A, okay, buying side, selling side, they are on a different side. How you could build a collaborative culture. Okay, you are not doing this by yourself. You are not. Okay, you need to work with different domain leaders. The senior executive could be from legal, could be from a diversity and HR, could be from finance, could be from the local and the regional CEO. We need to build a new culture. Future is talking about something that we do not know or something that not exists today, okay, including culture. Then we need to create, we need to build something together. Okay. Okay, HR project management. I like this one. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay. So on my left, the orange bubble, that is about what we believe from agile project management. Okay, oh, higher transparency, lower surprise because we meet regularly. Oh, it's a new and fancy, sexy skills and a new future. Better engagement with a stakeholder and customer. Okay, higher collaboration and easier to accommodate change, and a responsive improvement. Yes, this is all we were told, okay, and what we believe. But in reality, okay, let's look at it from the project on the field, on the ground, from the field. That is many issues come with the agile project management or transformation that we need to look into and be aware. Okay, for example, okay, the teamwork, okay, the buying side and the selling side, how we could build a team with a new culture. That will not happen on day one, okay? I'm representing the buying side, but not necessarily always is the winner or always is the dictator, okay? We need to build a collaborative culture. Then how did you start? How would you communicate, okay? How could you secure a teamwork? Performance review, okay? If you use an agile transformation for performance review, that could be a waste of your time, okay? Then if we only look at what you did in the past 40 hours in this week, okay? That is not agile enough. Then agile means zero documentation, which is false, right? Which is not true. Agile, we also produce a documentation, but only different kinds of documentation level and also the skills set required. Then the planned WBS, work breakdown structure, okay, for those PMP in this room, okay, work breakdown structure. Are they agile enough to use, to follow, to track the work breakdown structure? Then a new role, if we want to implement agile in the M&A, okay, that means it's a new training required. we need to invest some additional time, which will prolong the completion date of the integration. Project tracking, okay? What are you trying to tell the executive sponsor of this program? Okay, if you just to report, okay, Danny do this in the past 40 hours, and then Amy do this in the past 40 hours, you are not tracking. This is just a reporting like a timesheet, okay? Very low value to the executive or the project, the enterprise PMO. And then the meeting time, okay, if I spend time in doing the stand-up, okay, with the team, and then I'd rather to have to spend my time in doing the productive work, chasing the timeline. Then higher expertise skill set, because in terms of agile, that may require higher expertise skill set that may not available in one location. I give you an example, like the acquisition that I mentioned. All of them are cross countries. Then in multiple time zone location, I will not be able to arrange every morning 8 a.m. to have a stand-up or 8 p.m. to have a stand-up meeting, because we operate in a different market, different time zone. Secondly is, okay, if you want a data architect, but the data architect is sitting in London time zone or sitting in standard India time zone, then he or she may not be available to do the stand-up, to join the stand-up with the rest of the team, okay? So in reality, what you need to do is you need to balance. Yes, we know the advantage of Agile, but we also need to learn from the reality how we could maximize the Agile project management. Okay. You guys okay? 1 minute. Okay. All right. Future to us, okay, right now is it's at 8 o'clock, right? 8:14 in Jakarta.
Yes, correct.
We do not know what will happen 10 o'clock this evening. It could be a power outage. It could be heavy rain. This is future, okay? Then how we could equip ourselves with future ready skills. Number one is on the digital literacy. Digital literacy is not okay for all my friends in Jakarta. Okay, don't tell your wife, don't ask your boss, hey, Danny asked me to get a new iPhone. No, I did not say this. Okay. This is about how we could live together with digital technology in our business world. Okay. Robotic process automation, RPA, is one of the examples. Many of us experienced COVID in the past 3 years during the pandemic period. I was in Jakarta, and I caught COVID in Jakarta when I visit Jakarta. When I return to Hong Kong, I need to send to the quarantine for 7 days. Digital literacy is something that we need to make ourselves to acquire the digital technology easily and effectively. And likewise to your user community, likewise to your business partner, likewise to your customer, and likewise to your family, to your children as well. Okay? Okay, is there someone haunting me? Okay, this is digital literacy is something that you need to acquire in order to make the process, in order to improve the process, in order to improve the efficiency. Okay. During the pandemic, okay, one of my country, they are still using pen and paper application. But we transform the form, we create a digital form for them, and then make it easier for them to do the financial needs analysis with the customer. That is how we make use of the digital to improve the efficiency. I mentioned about RPA. I start RPA programming by myself, okay, during pandemic. That is because many of us are work from home. Then that would be an excellent opportunity for us to start the RPA pilot, because we will capture some of the area that we could automate in order to improve the productivity during the work from home period. Critical thinking, okay, critical thinking like what we did in a pandemic. During the pandemic, we all are very decisive. For example, we implement work from home. For example, we move all the device into a secure environment. That could be in the data center of a third party, or it could be some of the laptop or scanner or printer moved to the staff house. Okay, critical thinking is how you could train yourself to become more agile, responsive to the changes. You don't need to study the encyclopedia 4 days after you come up with a decision. Okay, you can make a decision responsive with your critical thinking capability. Interpersonal skill, in here, I am not referring to one interpersonal skill. Interpersonal skill is referring to how you could build something together, how you could cultivate a new culture. Okay, because in the future, it will not be just me. You are no longer living in the cave. You are no longer living in the cave. You need to socialize, you need to communicate with your business partner, with your boss, with your subordinate, with your team, with your customer. There are many stakeholders. Your network is expanding and expanding. Many people reach out to you. Then how you are going to interconnect with them, not just one, not just to your boss, not just to your project manager. Okay. Lifelong learning. With today's technology, you don't need books anymore. You seldom read books, right? You can ask Google. Even your children or your customer will do this. They will ask ChatGPT. Then how you are going to lifelong, how you are going to learn the new thing, the new technology through the digital media, and then to improve your future. You need to have a learning heart. You don't need to go back to school. You don't need to get another 7 degrees or 4 degrees. Okay, you don't need that. But just keep yourself in a learning. Innovation, creativity. This is something new that you need to equip yourself. During in the past 5 years, we talk about the customer journey, how we are going to make use of the innovation to make our customer journey more effective and more digital friendly. On the e-signing, on the e-payment, on the financial needs analysis, would the customer be informed through the digital media, okay? Sending them the SMS or sending them a reminder, okay? You don't need to post them anymore. Next is the global culture competence. With the shared services introduced 2 decades ago, okay, you may have a IT outsourcing, you may have a development outsourcing, you may have a business process outsourcing handling the claims or finance. They operate in different time zones, okay? How you are going to work with people from the other side of the ocean, from the other side of the world, speaking different languages, okay? Or the mother tongue is not English, okay? You need to have this kind of competence to communicate, which is echo. The previous one is an interpersonal communication skill, okay? Are you going to communicate effectively with people in Hong Kong, in China, in India, or Norway, or Canada? I don't know. Cognitive flexibility, that is yes, I'm the project manager, but I could be the enterprise architect as well. I'm the enterprise architect, but I could be the data scientist as well, okay? Because I could have the sufficient knowledge by lifelong learning. I could have the sufficient experience by the previous job opportunity. Data analytic that I mentioned earlier. What do you need? What is available? Connect them together. Okay. Technological proficiency. This is a use of AI, use of automation or robotic. Are you ready to live with a robot? You will have a copy of this slide. You can look into it. I mentioned about living with an AI, living with a robot. Okay, this is happening. Then last but not least, this is we are living in a little tiny planet. Okay, how we could be responsible for a better planet, then we could live together. I don't want to go to Mars, okay? But I also want to see that is in the future of my next generation. They could live in Mars, or they could travel to Mars for a 7 days of vacation. Okay, so Danny mentioned about what is future, what are the future skills, then how you are going to realize this, okay? This slide is a very pragmatic, practical approach for you to acquire, to use the future skills that I mentioned in the earlier slide. I want you to start something. I want you to start applying, adopting something. But in parallel, I want you to stop. I want you to reduce something that is not productive. Okay. You in your day job, you must know something which is not productive. Okay. You also know there is something that the other department or the team in India, the team in Malaysia is doing better. Then how you could share, how you can leverage the expertise, the better performance from the offshore team for the benefit of your in-house. Multiply, amplify something that you are very good at, okay? In Indonesia, how you are going to maximize it. Do you need additional investment to multiply it in order to serve the region? Okay, as simple as that. Okay, plus minus divide and multiply. Okay, take home. Dun dun. 4 things. Okay. After this line, enjoy your dinner. Okay. Number 1, do not believe there is a silver bullet for future. Okay, you cannot have a magic pill and then I could become future proof. No, sorry. No such a magic pill, no such a silver bullet for future proof. That is number 1. Okay. Number 2 is on the right side, top right, okay? To become future ready, you don't need to be a Superman. You don't need to be Iron Man. You can make use of a plus, minus, divide, and multiply for your business, for your career, for your family, for your personal life, for your next generation. You can start building something for your next generation, for your next career. You can stop some unproductive practice at work, okay, by reducing it, stopping it. Lower left-hand corner, that is you need to start small and witness the growth. Okay, there is no magic pill. Again, it's no magic pill. You put on the ground, okay, the soil, and then it will become boom, a big tree. No, keep growing, making mistakes. Okay. Then last but not least, on the lower right-hand corner is the value. What is the value of the future skills? Okay. What is the value of this future ready skill? Some of them may benefit your work before retirement. Some of work may benefit after retirement. I give you an example, okay? Yeah. So driving, okay? Driving, well, yeah. Driving may benefit the career or life killing time after retirement because you can deliver pizza, okay? The value itself, the value you spend, the time that you spend in acquiring the future ready skills, the value is yet to be realized, okay? You acquire this for future, not for today. You acquire this for future, not for today. So keep learning, be a lifelong learner, and also cultivating a new culture for future, because there is no articulated future. There is no articulated future. We do not know what will happen at 10 o'clock your time. Okay, I do not know my tomorrow. So do you. You do not know what will happen tomorrow morning. Okay, 7 a.m. So I want to thank you all again for joining me this evening. And I find this is very happy to have a sharing with all of you, especially before I will meet some of you this weekend in Malaysia on the leadership meeting. Feel free to connect me on LinkedIn, and then I look forward in building a future together with you. Thank you all. Terima kasih.
Sama-sama. Thank you, Danny, Dr. Danny. We have some questions already in the chat box, and for anyone joining the session, please also put your question in the chat box or raise your hand so you can directly talk to Danny and address your question. Okay, now let's open our chat box here. We have several questions. Okay, number one, oh yeah, I received this question from private chat and the questioner already left, need to left early. So he was asking about what key indicators should organization assess to determine if they are future ready and effectively align with the principles of FUCA.
Wait, I'm looking at, okay, what key indicator
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, if they are future ready and effectively. No. Very good questions. Is the organization worker ready? Okay. One of the area that I keep asking myself, that is I will evaluate myself the future readiness. And then likewise, I will evaluate, assess the future readiness of the organization. Some of the organization that you may notice that is from the deck that I share about the Stone Age toys. Okay, they still exist. For example, Sony Walkman not exist anymore. Okay, but Sony, this company still exists. IBM exists. Okay, Motorola, yes, they exist, but are not in the as big as the other mobile phone. And of course, it is sad to see the BlackBerry and also Nokia. Then you need to assess that is if the organization is a future ready. Even yourself is yes, I'm future ready. I have all the skills, or I start accumulating the skills. But what about your organization? Some of the organization is very good in protecting their market. They will secure their market, and also they will make themselves exist in the near term, but not in the longer term. Photocopier, Xerox, which you all know. That is they need to change their product line and product strategy, not as a simple copier machine anymore. Nokia is another example. Yeah. So this is about the principle of a VUCA for the future readiness. And I hope I answer your questions. If not, you can text me again. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Next question from Ersat Selesa.
Interpersonal skill is a multitasking. The answer is no. Interpersonal is not just a communication. It's not one. It's an interpersonal, because an individual would become a node on the spider web. I may connect multiple people. I may connect 200 people, but another 400 people will connect me. Then my network is 600 people. How you are going to connect this? Multitasking is related to the cognitive flexibility. Are you going to do multiple tasks? Can you finish the RFP? Can you finish the cost and benefit? Can you finish the business case? Can you look at the enterprise risk radar? This is a multitasking. Interpersonal is a focus in the connectivity, connecting your network and your network being connected. So 200, 400, now you are living in a 600 people network. Then the multitasking is about the skill set connectivity. Okay. So this is my view. This is my preparation. Hope I answered your question.
Next question. How do we, as project manager, measure that we are ready for the future? How to measure ourselves?
Any one of you wants to change your career to become a project manager for building the high rise, building the high speed rail in Indonesia? Challenge yourself. Okay, challenge yourself with some baby step, a baby challenge. Okay, because of future, your future and my future not the same. That is we all know that. Your future is bright. My future is a sunset because I'm an old man. But similarity of our future is you do not know your future. I do not know my future as well. So how we to face the future? That is, of course, you will have some understanding. Okay, you are at the age of 30, you are at the age of 40. Okay, your future, you can go back to the data analytic. You can analyze, okay, the the age 40 people in the 70s, the age 40 people in the 80s, the age 40 people in the year 2000 now it's 2020, 24. That is it. You make use of the data. Okay. Then to me, likewise, I can honestly tell everyone in this room, okay, I am not future ready. I was thinking, like in the beginning, I shared this. Okay, I love retirement. Everyone loves retirement, but I'm not ready for that because I did not plan well. Okay, and you cannot plan well because you do not know what about future. Then what I learned from my wife is, okay, honey, you don't need to have X amount in the bank account. All you need to have is a healthy life. If you have a healthy life, we can go to hotel for business, for breakfast, or we can go to motorbike or boating, sailing. As long as something that you can control. Okay, you are at the age of 30, you are at the age of 40. Okay, something that you could control. Likewise for me as well. Okay, I can control and develop my health in order to face the future. Then to answer your question is to measure your future readiness. That is something you need to ask yourself. What are you going and willing to acquire? Because of something that you do not exist, some of the skills that you do not acquire today. You may need to go back to school. You may need to test some of the availability of this skill in your local market. If you want to learn that specific skills, future skills, you may need to go to some other countries. Okay, if you want to learn ski, you cannot do ski in Southeast Asia. Okay, they do not have slowing like Hong Kong. This is something that we need to have a plan, but the plan need to be agile enough and flexible to change, and yourself become a future ready. You will not become a BlackBerry single skill person. You will become a slasher. You know, you could be a enterprise architect. You could be a IT auditor. You could be a PMO director. Yeah, you will become more slasher. Okay.
Okay, next question.
Developing, become a future ready. Okay. Okay. How to become a future ready? Okay. Number one is spend some time, a quiet time. Okay, for yourself. This is something that you deserve and also needed. It could be just 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. Okay, after the prayer, before the breakfast, you write down that is something that you are really good at. Okay, then that is not your future skill. That is your present skill. Okay, you write down 5 things. Okay, then the 5 things that you need. Okay, I do have these 5 skills. But of course, there are another 11 skills that you do not have. That is where you need to start. Start with something that you have, and then you build the second step. Okay, that is something that you do not have. Okay, I do not know how to ride a motorbike. Okay, too bad you cannot deliver pizza. Okay, I can ride motorbike. Okay, I could deliver pizza. I could become a Grab driver. That is I really want to share with you is a future. Your future and my future is different, but your future and my future also the same. Okay, yeah. So let's start with something we have, and then start look into something that we do not have. Okay, you don't need to get a PhD. You don't need to get a motorbike. Okay, you don't need to buy a new laptop or buy a new iPhone. Okay, don't tell your wife. Don't tell your boss. Oh, Danny asked me to buy a new iPhone. Okay, for the future. No, no, no. I did not say that. Okay. Mhm.
Okay. Next question from Bungsu Sinabutan.
Mhm.
What do you think the biggest challenge for project manager in the future? And how to handle it?
The two things. The next generation are suffering or having some challenge of learning capability and efficiency. In the old days, if you want to learn something, if you want to learn how to be a carpenter, you will really go to the wood and pick up an axe to chop the wood, right? But today, the learning efficiency and capability is reducing. Oh, I can go to Google, I can go to YouTube, okay? Then when there is a need, you build a house, okay? How to chop a timber, how to chop a wood down. You do not have this experience because you only watch it on the YouTube. You did not learn it, okay? So that is the challenge number one. In the next generation, I'm referring to those that are still in university, that is the learning capability and efficiency are low. Then number two, the second challenge is on the innovation. On the innovation is if you go back to the future product, like in the 70s, the IBM personal computer, the Motorola mobile phone,
Mobile.
the Sony Walkman. Yes, they are the groundbreaking innovation. But today, the innovation is relatively fewer and slower. Tesla is a business model. Of course, on the EV itself, we have a EV from Toyota and a Nissan from other car manufacturer. But the technological innovation is slower and fewer. So this is the challenge. Then go back to the project manager, okay? Go back to the project manager, we need to look into this 4 area, okay? Number one is the learning capability, learning efficiency, okay? You need to develop yourself as a lifetime learner, lifelong learner, and also to stay curious, okay? I'm not doing the commercial for Apple, but you need to do curious, okay? Then on the innovation itself, faster and more frequent. Of course, more frequent means more failure. More failure. Because after failure, you reinvent again, you improve again, okay? These are the 4 areas that you should, that you may consider to look into. Okay. Biggest challenge.
Okay. The next one is, I think, supposed to be the same question. So we jump to question from France here. In the future, is AI able to replace project manager role?
Okay. I have 2 answers. Okay. Answer 1 is from Danny. Answer 2 is from Pierre, PMI CEO. You can go back to his YouTube and look into his comment on the AI
Yes.
project manager. But for me, AI itself is helping us to build a better tomorrow. Okay, like like 40 years ago, when I tell my grandma, oh, my grandma, I'm studying computer science. Oh, grandma, I bought you a microwave. But she is still using the oven to cook rice, not using microwave. Why you need a microwave? Same here. Will AI replace project manager? The answer is today, no, no, no. Okay. But how we make use of AI to make our life easier and more professional. The project itself is a higher chance to success and also bigger impact to the community. This is we leverage AI as a tool, as a partner, helping us to successfully deliver the project. This is my view. AI not replacing project manager today. We just a matter of how we make use of AI in our daily life, business life, personal life.
Okay.
Okay. AI dangerous. Okay. Any one of you watch a movie called Space Odyssey 2001? Show me your hand.
Not yet.
Okay, all right. Write it down. Okay, Space Odyssey 2001. This is a movie. This is a movie, black and white movie, 1964 or 63. The first movie about computer murdering spacemen in a space station. So go to YouTube tonight. This one is tonight you watch YouTube, okay, and tell your honey, okay, and also watch with your kids, okay. This is a 1964 movie, black and white. The first computer killing human in a space station, okay. Is AI dangerous? The answer is yes, because we did not properly use it, okay. AI is just a tool, just like electric jacksaw cutting the wood, okay, or the electric snow blower, okay, shovel the snow. All of these are dangerous too. Just a matter of how you master them, how you use them. AI, if we use them to make our life easier with a very a good intention, okay, then AI will make your life easier. From the proposal writing, from the evaluation of cost and benefit, from taking the data, okay, what is the project failure rate in the US, or what is the project failure rate in Jakarta, okay, what is the next technology moving. All these is how you make use of the tool, okay. Yes, AI could be dangerous, I agree, okay. That is how we are going to make use of AI to help us building the new future.
Okay. Last question, actually, from my side, personal question.
Okay.
Okay. I'm quite curious about what some startup companies, right, which were called as disruptor companies in early 2010s,
Yep.
lately also face some decreasing situation. Most of their employees laid off. Yeah, what do you think is happening with these companies in general?
My personal advice in two areas. Same thing is you spend a quiet time, okay, to write down what is the purpose of this startup. It could be some motion proof or motion detected toilet, for the senior. Okay, it could be a low-cost cell phone for the senior. You must have a reason to run this, to start this startup. Spend a quiet time to write down why you want to run this startup. Okay. The challenge of this is go back to my 4 things: the learning capability and learning efficiency. People will have a new idea, and the AI will not give you the idea. When you have the new idea, because of the learning deficiency or the learning incapability, you have a many YouTube information, you have a many information from AI, but because of the learning deficiency, you will not be able to articulate, you will not be able to consolidate, conclude what is needed for the market, what is needed for the senior. That is number 1. Number 2, the same thing is on the innovation. The innovation today is fewer and slower. In the old days, or in the real startup, the 5th gear, the high-speed startup, they will not look on the failure, the number of failures. They will only look into the way to success, the ultimate goal. Many of the startups, especially in Asia, because we're all Asian in this room, we will look into, the education, our custom or our tradition. Say, hey, yeah, you fail, okay, but we seldom turn our head to look at the ultimate goal, the finish line. We will look into, yeah, you fail, my son. Yeah, you fail. That is about the slow and fewer innovation because of, yeah, we failed. So to the startup, okay, I will look into is you need to build an agile collaborative culture. That is one of the future skills of my slide. Do you trust your partner? Do you trust your subordinate? Do you trust your team? Are you building a team? Okay, you build a team, not cultivating the message of, yeah, you fail. You build a team is, okay, yeah, we fail. Okay, then how soon we could cross the finish line? The focus is on the finish line. That is something that is different between East and West. You look at pardon me, I do not want to use a Tesla for example, but if you look at the SpaceX, okay, if you look at Tesla is a business model, okay, Uber is a business model, not on the technological invention, right? Then to all the startup, I really need to say this before I end this call. In my last visit to Jakarta, 2022, during the acquisition and also during the pandemic, okay, I read a new article. In the old days, if you ask your grandma, how would she describe the Indonesia economy? 20, 30 years ago, no one will associate digital with Indonesia, right? 20, 30 years ago. Yeah.
Yes.
But when I was in the quarantine in the hotel, okay, digital and Indonesia are tied together, okay? The report, you can go back to look at the 2022 newspaper. There is a report, number of a technology startup in 2022 is booming. And then I spoke with my Indonesia CIO at that time. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of every one of you in my Indonesia office. Yeah. That is today, when people talk about Indonesia tonight, this weekend when you go home and see grandma, okay? Hey, grandma, I met a new friend from Hong Kong, and he asked you to make a nasi goreng next time. Okay, yeah. So for my friends in Indonesia, yeah, you witness, you are on the ride, you are on the wave to the next generation. Do not repeat the 4 mistakes, and also equip yourself the future readiness. You don't need to acquire all in the next 7 months and then send me an email. Hey, Danny, I finished all 7. Okay. I finished all of them in 7 months. You don't need to write me this. Okay. And I will be here to witness the change, witness the cherry blossom of Indonesia economy, especially the PMI community, together with every one of you.
Thank you, thank you. Very inspirative speech from Danny. Thank you, Danny. Now it's already almost 9 p.m. already in Jakarta time.
10 o'clock.
Okay, before we close this session, we will have photo session. So everyone, please turn on your camera, and Mas Ray will help me to capture the moment.
Okay, everyone. Thank you, Danny, for your tonight's presentation. Excellent. I will speak in Bahasa to all the
Yes, please.
participant in Indonesia.
Yes. Mhm.
Oke.
I thank you
Untuk
all again. Terima
ya,
kasih.
terima kasih.
Thank you. Mhm.
Untuk nanti di pranks ke 100 kita akan offline. Jadi tunggu saja berita selanjutnya. Ikuti terus di sosial media kita. Kita akan adakan spesial, nanti kita bisa meet and greet teman-teman di sini yang biasanya kita udah 100 sesi online. Kita akan offline ketemu dengan teman-teman di sini, juga dengan bot PMI. Ikuti aja terus informasinya, cek di media sosial, kemungkinan di bulan Agustus pertengahan, terus insya Allah di kantor kita di PMI Indonesia Chapter nanti akan kita infokan ininya, detailnya. Oke. Oke, itu saja untuk fotonya sudah saya capture. Terima kasih semuanya. Saya serahkan lagi ke Mas
Okay,
Amri.
sudah ya.
Terima kasih.
Okay, that's all for today's session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you especially for Danny for having your time tonight. Very insightful session today. I hope you have a great day, great night, and also healthy life and good career in the future. Okay, thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
Hey, feel free to send me, okay?
Thank you, Pak.
Thank you, Dani.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Danny,
NKL.
for your sharing session.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you,
Thank you, Danny. Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Dani. See you NKL Thursday. Terima kasih semua. Sampai ketemu offline ya di Prank 100.
Oke.
Saya izin tutup roomnya ya.
Yo.
Terima kasih, selamat malam.